Hi everyone, Comic Book Reviewer here. This time reviewing on Smallville Season 11, Issue number 5. Now, as you know, originally in the Smallville series, there were plans to trying to include Batman, which never happened, and instead we had Oliver Queen as a replacement. Now, in one of the seasons, Chloe did mention him, and we have Batman right here, with Nightwing, who is meant to be Barbara Gordon. Originally, it was meant to be Stephanie Brown. So let's get on the story. It starts off how Lois is fast asleep in the Fortress of Solitude, and sees that Clark is working on how to find a way to stop Lex Luthor from tracking him, because he wants to find out more about the Blur and so on, and tries to get him to come back to bed. So we're introduced to Gotham City, where they're like, "This ain't getting any cheaper, Vigo. You sure we need to deal with Intergang? If this truck is full of what that Intergang idiot says it is, then yeah, we do. Let me do the honors, folks. I just love seeing the looks on satisfied customers' faces." So we activate it, and there are these kind of high-tech like guns. And so a voice calls out saying, "Have any of you ever met him?" And so we're introduced to Nightwing, who is Barbara Gordon. And so she takes on the bad guys and pretty much tries to go after the guy who's getting away, until we see that Batman stopped him. It's like, stupid question. And so he tries to get away, and suddenly we're introduced to Batman, who says, "Stop showboating and do the job." Ran into a little bit of interference when Allen and Montoya rolled up with their boys in blue. And so he starts interrogating him until he mentions someone called Joe Chill. And this causes Batman and Nightwing to go to Metropolis. So meanwhile, we see that Otis is made up to Lex Luthor's office, and he's like, "Morning, Mr. Luthor." "Mr. Luthor? Huh? What the hell?" And so he talks with him, and he's mainly been in his office all through the morning and night, just trying to find out more about Superman. And he's like, "As for our Men of Steel, he has unfortunately managed to get up under my skin. I don't know what it is, but there's just something about him I don't trust. Call it a hunch or instinct. Maybe I knew him before the mind wipe." And so we're introduced to the Daily Planet, where Lois's intern is trying to figure about Clark Kent and Superman. So Lois mainly shows up, and it's causing the freak as soon as Lois shows up. Kind of like what I'm like when I'm doing my work So pretty much we find out that since there's so many Superman stories, employees have been, trying to get there and all that. And in the next panel, we see a hostage situation going on, where one of the kids tries to stand up to one of the thugs and tries to act like Superman, until Clark Kent shows up saying, "I think these children have gone through enough today without having to deal with your swearing. Oh my god, I can't believe it, Superman." So he tries teleporting, and just as he's about to blast out all their bullets, Superman captures it just in time and makes a big bore out of it, with Turbin saying, "What the heck just happened? I just saved all of you a bunch of paperwork." So he manages to find a way to beat him by simply freezing him. And he's like, "Did you just freeze me? The children aren't the only ones who shouldn't be playing with guns. That teleport invest can't have technology like that on my street. Who sold it to you? Lawyer! Lawyer! And so Superman decides to find out what's been going on, until he gets the guy to apologize. And so Superman leaves. And where we see Bruce Wayne showing up, and him and Barbara go for a lunch date with Lex Luthor. And we find out that Lex is trying to, fix the company ever since Tess and Lionel Luthor from Earth 2 had tried to drive it to the ground. And we find out that, Lionel Luthor and Thomas Wayne were business partners before. So Superman shows up, and we see that Lex needs him to find out what Innegang's been up to. And at the super prison, we find out Toyman has been moved to a new prison after what happened last time. And so we see the leader of Intergang, Bruno, who is reading a book until lights go out, and Batman starts interrogating him, and turns out the person who gave him the book was Godfrey, and this was during the events of Season 10. So Batman tries to interrogate him for answers, until Superman shows up, and Batman's like, "For you? You can have two." And so, this is the story. So you've got designs on what Batman was going to look like, even planned stories, episodes from Season 3, like a kind of index, and so on. So this is issue 5. So what I think, despite a few nitpicks, it's definitely an okay issue. It's interesting to see a version of Batman. I would have liked to have seen an actual version of Barry Allen or so on, but it's a good story, so thumbs up. Comic Book Reviewer here, signing out.